Hello, pals and confidants, and welcome to this episode of Accidental House Husband. Now, today's a very exciting episode because it's going to be the first time that we have the other 50% of Accidental House Husband and the other 50% of my life here joining us, Tommy. Now, where has that guy gotten to? I know, I'll just find him.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. This is Tommy. Tommy, this is, well, pretty much everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And we thought we'd take this episode to get a little bit more personal and talk a little bit more about us, how we met, and specifically in this episode about how we got engaged. It was 4.5 years ago that we got engaged, and we just celebrated our third year anniversary this past May. So Tommy and I met actually online about 6 years ago, just over 6 years ago, in 2012. We were living in New York City, and actually, funny enough, working right around the corner from each other. But it's not likely that we would have ever crossed paths. We were both working in the theater industry, but I was working more behind the scenes, and Tommy was working more on the administrative and marketing side. So it wasn't exactly like we were running into each other at the stage door. So once Tommy and I went on our first date, it was about a month later that we decided to officially become boyfriends, to make that title. Did not change my Facebook status. That still remained as complicated with my best girlfriend from college, because that's how it should be in the Facebook world. I didn't change that until he put a ring on it. In a picture, which you'll see. You'll see coming up.
We'll come to that.
A couple days before Thanksgiving, he sent me a text, and I was getting ready to go through the same sort of tradition, going home, getting some groceries, getting cooking, and then waiting for him to arrive, like the doting little house husband that I am. And I was looking up recipes online, and all of a sudden I got a text, and it was Tommy saying that, hey, don't worry about dinner tonight, I'll go ahead and pick it up. And I thought, amazing. Because when Tommy said he was picking up dinner, that meant that we were going to be having Popeye's chicken. So I knew that if I went home, I could walk Trixie, and then Popeye's chicken would be coming through the door anytime shortly after that.
Easy.
Beautiful. Easy. So I'm sitting there waiting for my Popeye's chicken to arrive, and in walks Tommy, and he's got big bags, and none of them say Popeye's on the front of it. And I thought, well, what the hell is he carrying? And I realized that he had actually gone really fancy and gotten food from Southern Hospitality, where we had our first date in Hell's Kitchen. So I thought, well, that's cute. That little sucker, getting fancy food. Great. Okay, cool.
But still not suspecting anything.
What am I supposed to suspect? I thought it was being Popeye's chicken. You brought me nice food. I don't question people bringing me nice food. So we sit down, we eat this amazing dinner. It was just a nice smorgasbord of all of these different barbecue masterpieces.
And cornbread, corn, mac and cheese, everything.
All of it. We had some ribs, pulled pork sandwiches. I mean, you spent some money on this. This is Hell's Kitchen, dining. So it shows love. Shows true love. So just as I'm settling in, we finished our food, Tommy walks out with a gift. He has this sort of small rectangular package that's wrapped up. Now, Tommy is a stinker sometimes because he will bring out a gift for the most mundane holidays, Postal Workers Day. He'll come out and he'll give you a gift. Postal Workers Day is on a Wednesday. He'll give you that gift on Saturday. So not only have you gotten a gift for a holiday that you did not plan on giving a gift for, but now you have to run out and find something, scramble around, get something, because you've been put on the spot. That's his MO. That's what he does. But mostly I just worry that I missed something. I'm just relieved when I find out that it's National Garbage Day. I'm oh great, fantastic. I don't know why you're giving me a gift on National Garbage Day, but I can take a hint. So immediately in true Matt fashion, I'm what the hell? Why did you get this gift for me?
Sure.
Now I gotta figure out, first of all, it's 2 days before Thanksgiving. So now he's giving me a Thanksgiving gift that I have to go out and try and find something to give back, and it's the day before Thanksgiving, which I have to work the entire day, and then Thanksgiving. So I really am really limited for time. So this is really gonna be a push. So this is all running through my head. So I realized I hadn't even opened up the gift. So I started ripping off the paper, and I realized that it was a book. And this is the book that he had given to me. So this is a book that Tommy wrote and illustrated, and it tells the story of our time together and the adventures that we've taken, and some of our happy moments, some of our exciting moments, and just some really special memories.
So I had done a similar book a couple of months before, but it wasn't illustrated. It was pictures of our relationship throughout the time that we'd been together, and it was just something like memorable that I wanted to share with Matt. Now the trick is, I had to draw these illustrations without Matt knowing anything about them. So usually for like months, I was doodling these things while he was in the kitchen cooking. He had no idea what I was doing. He's like,
so it's good that it took me 3 hours to cook every night.
yeah, it gave me plenty of time to make the book.
See? I have a reason. There's a method to my madness.
The book starts out as a fairy tale. It introduces us meeting online, and there are moments and adventures that we go on, including our very first date, which Matt canceled because it rained.
It's raining. No first dates. No first dates in the rain. They're awkward enough. Hashtag first impressions.
Adventures visiting my family in Tennessee. That's not my actual family burning in the fiery pits of hell. That's actually a ride at Dollywood, which is one of our favorite places on earth.
And we don't know this lady.
And that's just some random
We don't
lady.
know her.
But the book goes on, little adventures, like getting our very first live Christmas tree in New York and walking it the like 20 blocks back to our apartment.
Very far.
But it continues with adventures like one of my first times up to Oscoda to visit what would become my future in-laws, and eventually getting to the last page of the book, which led up to the moment of us sitting on the couch 2 days before Thanksgiving, where I read the adventures aren't over yet. Tommy knew there would be many more adventures to come, and he loved Matt very much, so he asked Matt to marry him. Waterworks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, it's a book about me and Tommy and our love. And there's lots of pictures of me in it, so it's very fun. It's very
everything he
emotional.
loves.
It's everything I love. And Trixie. And Allians.
But Matt went to like an immediate sobbing fit, and I had been so nervous about doing this, and so, I wasn't afraid of him saying no, but it's just that intense, like, we're about to change our lives completely. So when he started sobbing, I was like, you don't have to answer right now. You don't have to answer right now. Because I thought maybe we were having some sort of like crisis of like, what do we do? And
Well, there's always usually some sort of crisis.
Yeah.
But
And then he said, don't be stupid, of course. Yes, yes, yes. And the fun part is, before you ever got to see the book, I sent it via email to our friend Liz, who, hearkening back to his complicated relationship on Facebook.
Yes. Liz, who was my maid of honor, or as I like to call her, my best bitch, in my wedding. They sort of like collaborated, so she knew all about it. So she's a liar.
Well, because you were in a relationship on Facebook.
It was
technically.
complicated.
And, instead of asking
It's very complicated.
a father for hand in marriage, I asked his current complicated relationship.
That was very sweet. That was very sweet and modern, very millennial.
You can't get in good with a guy if you don't get in good with the guy's best girl.
That's so true. I mean, that's really true with every relationship. If you are having outs with the best friend, you're screwed. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. They'll put up with it, but it's just ultimately not going to be a nice match. And then about a year and a half later, we were married in Brooklyn. Literally, as we were fleeing town, we were moving to Charlotte, North Carolina 4 days later, but we had a great, amazing outdoor ceremony with all of our friends and family sort of gathered around, and it was really quite amazing. Ooh, there's Zoe. But we'll talk about that later. That's a whole other story all in itself. If you thought that the proposal was a little wacky or the first date was a little wacky, just wait till you hear about what actually happened on the wedding day. It's crazy.
Dramatic in a good
Dramatic in a good way, sort of disgusting in other ways, also good ways.
Yeah.
In the best ways that things can be disgusting.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, yeah. If you're interested in seeing every single page of the book and actually taking a look at all of the whole creation that Tommy made for our engagement, you can check out it through the link that's down below. It's going to be a link right to our website where we've got all of the pages scanned in there for you. Now, this is just one of the many personalized gifts that Tommy or myself, or both of us, have given over the last couple of years. We absolutely love putting together personalized gifts, and we're going to be sharing some of those with you as time goes on, just to sort of stoke some creativity in each one of you. But we also want you to stoke us, so please stoke us with that creativity. Put any projects that you are super excited about or fun adventures that you've had when you've been crafting down below in the comments. We'd love to hear sort of the adventures that you guys are taking. I'm saying adventures a lot, but we really just want to see how you guys are being creative. You know, we have a lot of different mediums that we try to artistically fulfill ourselves through, and we want you to share yours with us. So go ahead and put those down below in the comments. If you are liking these videos, make sure that you subscribe to them. After you hit that subscribe button, you'll not only be signed up to see when our videos come up, but you can also hit the bell down in the bottom corner. So that way you know when everything is going to be posted. It tells you immediately. It's worth it. Just a little notification. I want to thank Tommy for coming on Accidental House Husband today. We really enjoyed sharing a little bit of our history and talking to you about our engagement and just how our relationship started. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. We love to have thumbs up, and we love to hear your feedback, so make sure you're leaving those comments, following us on social media. You'll see all of the links down below, and we'll have a link to our website if you want to check out our book. Thank you for checking out this episode of Accidental House Husband. We appreciate you joining us on Thursday. Make sure you take some time today for yourself, for somebody else, and always remember to live for fun and spread some joy. It's the least that we can do in this world that we are inhabiting, and it's the least that we can do for each other. Hope that you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye!